Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been watching some more tag videos and I found one to do. It's called Tarot First, Last and Always. I think it was started by Christine and Celeste and Tom Benjamin, from what I could gather, working my way back through the tag. And I now realise why I've had Barry White singing in my head. I've got a very active inner jukebox, and I think first, last, and then in my head it changes, like the always changes to my everything. Yeah. Sorry. Talking about my first deck, I thought I knew where it was and I could just open the drawer and grab it. Turns out it's not there. Then I thought, oh, it might be in this other place where I've got my other decks. It's not there either. I don't know where it's gone. But I talked about it in one of the videos that I re-uploaded when I started this new channel. It's called My Tarot Journey So Far. I will link to it down below. Sorry, that was my notes falling down. Yeah, it's quite funny to see the things, like how I felt about that deck and the things that bothered me. When I go through the cards, it's a very, very cheap, very thin. It's really, really awful. It came from this cheap bookstore, Witte Boekhandel, comparable to in the UK, I suppose The Works, something like that. It was this kit with like a book and then the cards, and the cards were like really cheap material, and it was, I know now, it was a Marseille deck. And I didn't know that at the time, so in the video I go, well, I don't understand why the majors are all named in French, while the book is not written by someone French, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the things you learn in like a year plus. But yeah, that deck was like, the book was just ridiculous. It gave a little bit of information about tarot, like the history of it, the setup of the deck, but the book itself, it had like it was like a fully illustrated book, like the 2 pages. It would give the information about the card in the positions it would have in the Celtic cross. So it would say, if the card is on number 1 spot, this is what it means. If it's on the number 5 spot, this is what it means. And as I was just learning, that didn't really work for me. It would only have like a tiny little bit, like a huge illustration, and then a tiny little bit of information about the card itself. And then it would go into the different spots on the Celtic cross. So that didn't help me at all. Plus, where it was a pip deck, in my video I say, like, it just has, can you count how many of these there are on this card? And yes, I can. Which is true, like that's how a pip deck works, doesn't it? So yeah, that wasn't a deck for me. And that caused me to think for a long time that maybe tarot wasn't my thing. And then I stumbled across Rider-Waite, and I still thought the same thing because I couldn't connect with it, but that's for another tag. Then my last deck, funny enough, is my tiny little Marseille deck that I bought to join in with the March of the Pips. Turns out that I didn't really participate in that all that much. Yeah, so I'm glad that I didn't buy a more expensive deck. This was just a cheapie from Amazon. and it's there for me if and when I finally do feel like I could move on to this, if ever. If not, it didn't cost all that much, so that's yeah. I don't feel any connection to this deck at all, to be quite honest. But it is quite funny that the first deck I've ever bought turns out now that I know was a Marseille deck, and the last deck I bought was a Marseille deck. Yeah, I mean, I like that it's Diddy. I do like my small decks. But that's about it, really. That's about the only thing I like about it. But I did a walkthrough of this deck if you're interested. So that's in my playlist as well. And then my always deck, and this can't be a surprise to people who've followed me for some time, is the Morgan Greer, and it just makes me sing. It makes, like my inner jukebox, it starts playing Morgan Greer in a tin. Morgan Greer. I don't know where I got that melody from, but that's what goes with this deck. I just love it. As I've told you in a previous video, I had a bit of a disconnect for a little while, and then for another tag I got this deck out again, and it I don't know, it's like my whole body just went I've never really understood when people said soul deck or home deck, but this is it for me. At least for now, this is my deck, and I love it so much. I love the awful 70s colours. I love the size. I love the fact that it comes in a tin. Yeah, I just love it. I really do. So yeah, this was the tag. It was a real quickie, which is nice. I hope you enjoyed it. I will link my other videos down below so you can have a look and see an oldie, which is quite funny. I think it was posted in February or something, sort of early on last year. But I talk about like my whole tarot journey so far, so it is quite interesting to look back. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you will check the other videos out as well. Let me know what you think, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.